We're the Fat Guardians, and my name is A.C. the Man, and welcome to the s.a.m recap number 3. s.a.m is slightly above mediocre, where we take members of Clan Epic and go through some private matches to try to become a little bit better at the Crucible. If you're not in Clan Epic, go to the100.com and search Epic or Clan Epic and join us, then join the Slack, and you can be in these things. If you're not in Clan Epic or you just missed this week, we're going to talk about what we spoke, and we spoke a lot about team play, a lot about threes, a little bit of sixes, and different things like that. As a quick disclaimer, we are going to stop having specific topics we talk about and start having specific scenarios going in the future. And so while we may talk about a specific topic or a specific thing, we're going to be having more scenario-based games, so there's going to be actual gameplay involved in things like that. And so it's just going to be a lot of fun and just a lot of actual physical movement experience. So first off, we talked about team skills. Find a wingman, any wingman, and team shoot them. Team shooting is what Bungie has intended primaries to be, so team shoot. If you see a teammate shooting somebody, shoot them too. So 6v6 modes, objective-based modes, we have to have call-outs. Make sure you have call-outs in objective-based modes, even if you don't know what the official ones are, what the community's picked up. Make them clear, make them concise, make them true. So if you see 2 blips on the radar, say 2 blips on the radar. Don't say I think there's 4. Say what you see. So first off, in control game mode, only cap 2 zones. Kills are worth the most point in that game, and if you have 2 zones, it's double kills. And if you start to cap the 3rd zone, you will throw off spawns and really mess up the control of a control game. Next up, Rift. Pretty much never run straight up the middle. It can happen. We had it happen a couple times tonight where we were playing after the s.a.m game, or s.a.m whatever, but never run straight up the middle unless it's clear. Always have a plan. Always have one person who's pretty much your dedicated runner. Yes, that means they will have the most points on the scoreboard, but if you have somebody who's good at running or who knows what they're doing, or maybe who's not as good at shooting, make them the runner. So kill-based game modes clash. Like we said, find a wingman, any wingman, shoot the bad guys. Just try not to die as much. If you're playing Supremacy, get your crests. Well, yes, it stinks if you get a crest and die. At least you're trading evenly. If you can get multiple crests before you die, great, you're doing better for your team. Always get your crests. So 3v3 game modes, we talked about map control. We talked about pick and collapse and aggressive and passive play. So map control in 3v3 game modes, there's always an objective, something you need to do. Skirmish is sort of a clash game mode, but you can still revive your teammates. So it's all about getting that map control. For elimination game modes, it's about getting map control over where that. It's about getting control over where that capture zone is. In modes where you have to salvage, where you have to pick the thing up, it's about getting control over the area of the map that it's in. And so first, get map control. Second, pick and collapse. When you kill one person on the enemy team, especially in trials, you generally want to collapse on the other 2 to try to avoid them getting this res and make it a 3-on-2 if you can, because you're more than likely going to win a 3-on-2. So we have aggressive versus passive play. You want to be semi-aggressive. You want to be as passive as you can until you get that pick, until you are aggressive, and then you need to be able to switch straight into aggressive. Some teams are aggressive the whole time, but if you're a purely passive team, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. So lastly, talked about Rumble a little bit. KD doesn't matter. Get as many kills. Get or deny heavy, because heavy adds a lot of points to somebody who's already winning. Always run towards gunfire in Rumble games, because you're more than likely going to get a cleanup. And if you win a fight, run away so you can recover health. So the very last thing we want to talk about today is team-based modes. Find a wingman and team shoot. Do not forget. If you're decent enough and you think you can just run around by yourself and get some kills, that's okay. But if you can be near teammates, you can get a lot more kills and a lot more assists that way. Alright, like I said, we are going to try to do something a little bit different with s.a.m in 2 weeks. We're not having s.a.m next week. But in 2 weeks, we're going to do something a little bit different, not terribly different. But please join us. All of the information for that specific game is going to be posted probably in the comments later on this week. So just keep an eye out for it.